All right, what is going on, everyone? I think this might be the first time I'm like live like this year. So crazy, crazy. I was gonna limit this topic to like a couple tweets or something, but I'm off today, so I figure might as well talk about it. I hope you guys are all having a great day. It is a holiday, so I'm off, and I'm feeling it, man. I'm just relaxing, checking out Twitter, the usual, checking out if there's any news. Of course, there isn't. It's pretty dry. But Uncle Phil out here, Phil Spencer, this guy, he cannot say anything. I think we're at that point. I think we're at that point where he can't say anything without some kind of outrage. What's up, chat? Let me tweet this out really quick, and then we'll get into it. How's everyone doing? What's new? What's good? And then tweet this out really quick, and then we can get into it. Thank you to Hustle. Man, Hustle, you're so fast. You tweet this out before I even get the chance. I appreciate it. Shout out to Hustle. That reminds me, if you guys haven't checked out the backlog, we were live this past Friday for Valentine's Day, and Hustle was our special guest. So go check it out if you haven't. It was a lot of fun. We talked about a lot of interesting topics, so definitely check that out. And we're also on Anchor. I don't know if anybody uses Anchor, but if you look up the Backlog podcast, we're on there too. All right. Go ahead and do that after this. All right. Let me get back to the chat. There we are. There we are. What's up, Louie? What was for lunch? Man, I just had breakfast. Forget lunch. I had a late breakfast. I'm good. But I had oatmeal and some yogurt. Trying to keep it healthy today. Trying. I got my water. I'm good. What's up, Raven Flow, J Run? I just tweeted this out, so more people should be coming in. Bandai, JD, what's up? Said just dropped in. Appreciate you guys. Go ahead and feel free to tell me your thoughts as I'm talking here. I hope this don't turn into a rant. I'm gonna really try not to. But let me say this before I even begin, all right? For some of you, this goes without saying because you know me and what I've been through with Xbox. You know the disappointment I felt over the past generation. So I don't even need to say this, but I'm going to say it anyways because the rule is, and it always will be, you're only as good as your latest video. You're only as good as your latest statement. So I already know there's going to be people calling me an Xbot. I already know there's going to be people saying I'm an apologist for Xbox and whatever. I get that on Twitter anytime I even talk about this stuff. But my Xbox One is put away. All right. I haven't touched that thing in months. Before that, it was a monitor stand. And people, we make fun of it all the time because it legit was holding up one of my monitors. All right. I play all the Xbox games on PC now. All right. So if anybody wants to come at me, whatever. All right. That's the truth. That's what's been going on. Quote unquote, boo Xbox, right? But listen, I'm not about to sit here and reach for the stars every time Phil says something because he's saying the obvious. He's telling people, look, this is what Xbox is now. He's been doing this for years. And people, for whatever reason, they just don't want to comprehend that. He's literally been telling us you can play these games anywhere. That's Xbox's future. That's where we're going. Period, right? But still, people want to throw a fit because they're not in direct competition with Sony anymore. Or at least they're stating that they're not planning to be. Now, if you guys see on the screen, this happened like a week ago or so. I think, what is the date? February 5th. So a little bit longer than that. Microsoft Xbox boss says Amazon and Google are the main competitors going forward. Look at the little subtitle. In the cloud world. All right. So before I even knew about, what he was talking about, I saw this being tweeted that, you know, Phil Spencer doesn't look at PlayStation as competition anymore. He doesn't look at Nintendo. Just based on that, I was like, well, yeah. Well, duh. I've always been thinking that. I thought this was like common knowledge. I thought we were all on the same page that Xbox is moving forward with like streaming, gaming anywhere, PC, Game Pass. It's the writing has been on the wall for years. And so when I just saw those tweets of like, oh, they're not in competition with Sony anymore. Phil Spencer says he's looking to Amazon and Google. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But then people, they're running around, they're upset. How dare they? They should be in competition with Sony. They're giving up, blah, blah, blah. They're upset, right? Little did they even know if they would have read the article. It says right here, he's talking about the cloud. So it drives me crazy, you guys. It drives me crazy. I don't know if I feel like I'm in cuckoo world. Like, I'm just like, what is going on, people? What is going on? Are we just so upset at Xbox that we're just like disregarding our common sense or like our reading ability, or like what is really going on out here? Because like I said, Xbox has been disappointing for me, and I've had my beef with Phil, all right? I've had my beefs over the years. Not seriously, but I've had my criticisms. I've been mad at Phil at times. I was the one who created the joke, at least I know I was part of it at least, of bring back Don Matrick. I always say Don Matrick the GOAT. That's like my joke, because Phil has dropped the ball, right? I've said that plenty of times, but I'm not going to sit here and act stupid like I don't understand what's going on. I'm not going to sit here and just grasp at any little thing to be like, F Xbox. I'm pissed off. I don't understand. And I don't understand how people don't understand. If you guys get where I'm coming from here. I'm reading some of your guys' comments. If you guys, I'll read some in a bit. But out loud. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if people go that far because they hate Xbox that much. I mean, most of the time, we could bet that these people weren't even planning to buy Xbox. So what does it even matter to them? What is it? I guess let's give them benefit of the doubt. They want competition. Maybe they want Sony to get better. Okay, cool. I get that. I'm with you on that. But really, benefit of the doubt aside, really, are these people really looking at that? No, I think they just really want to pick at Xbox, and they're just so desperate, or they're just bored, or they're just so much in their distaste for Xbox that they just run with anything. That's my bet, but I'm sure there's some out there who legit are disappointed. And I get that. But for me, I feel like this writing has been on the wall for so long. And he's literally telling you what is going on. If you don't even have to read between the lines with most of this stuff. He's telling you what Xbox is now. And maybe it's because I've accepted that, years ago. I've kind of understood like, okay, this isn't the Xbox that I know anymore, and whatever. I guess I'll play these games on PC. I guess I've accepted it. So maybe others aren't on that level yet. Maybe you just got to catch up. Maybe, I don't know. But it always surprises me when I read tweets and I read people's responses, and they're so upset, and they're just like, I can't believe this. What's wrong with Xbox? Why are they ditching the console? And I'll tell you why. At least this is my theory. I mean, it's pretty obvious. They're losing. You guys, they're losing. They've been losing this whole generation. So it makes total sense for Phil and Xbox to be like, you know what? We're looking to the cloud. We're looking to Game Pass. We're looking to PC, because When it comes to straight up console versus console, we're losing and we're not going to win. If he were to tell it straight, that's what he would say. He would say, "We're losing. We're not going to win. It's over." we got we got to focus on what makes us better. We got to focus on what makes us money. And that's these services, it's games on PC, games on the Switch, Xbox Live, etc., etc. So to me, I feel like this is common sense. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I go crazy sometimes. Like I'm reading these people's responses and I'm just like, what? Huh? It's crazy. So yeah, this article came out. He's talking about the cloud. People didn't read it. They got, upset. They started lashing out on Phil, saying that he's a flip-flopper. He's terrible, for Xbox, and so on and so forth. So that happened. Now today, this isn't really Phil's fault at all, but GameSpot did an article which was total clickbait. All right, they tweeted this out. Let me make sure this is on OBS. It is. They tweeted out this. Microsoft wants to get bold when competing with PlayStation. So right away, everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's a flip-flopper. He just said the other day he's competing with Amazon. What happened? When you go to the actual article, he doesn't mention Sony once. All of these quotes, Sony cannot be found. Not once. So definitely clickbait. All right. Even when you click the article, it doesn't even say Sony in it. So they clickbaited on Twitter. And then, in the actual title, it doesn't say Sony, whatever. It's whatever. Clickbait exists. I ain't mad at it. Whatever. It happens. My thing is the responses. Because again, I can't with people, man. A lot of them are like, didn't Phil say he was competing with Amazon and Google? I thought Microsoft was not in competition with PlayStation. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And people from the get-go, they didn't read the other article, right? They didn't know it was about the cloud. So strike one. Strike two, they didn't read this article. And strike three, I can't even, two's enough. Three is just because they don't know how to read. But yeah, this article, if you were to go through it, which I did, because I knew I was going to go live today. So I was like, I need to read this. I need to kind of figure out, what's going on here. He's basically talking about them being bold and coming up with ideas for marketing. So them revealing the console at the Game Awards, that was their bold move to start the generation, because they didn't like, or he doesn't like, where they are in, let me get the right word here. I want to say market space. It's in here somewhere. Maybe I'm saying it wrong, but it's that general idea. He wants to do bold, new kind of like marketing tactics. Okay. But he doesn't mention Sony or anything. And the funny thing is, like, if we are going to assume, like, let's just say we're GameSpot and we're assuming, okay, he means he wants to compete with PlayStation's marketing. Why not mention Nintendo? Nintendo, the Switch just passed Xbox One, right? So why only PlayStation? Because it's clickbait. It's just, PlayStation versus Xbox. Click it. So that's what happened. I clicked it and I let people know, listen, they don't even mention Sony at all. So just in case you're wondering. So yeah, it's, I don't know. I'm not trying to like go on a rant about media and bias or whatever the heck you guys think. It's not about that, because we know clickbait exists. I ain't even mad at it. But the people, I just feel like gamers need to really take a step back. I know it's dry out here. I know, trust me, I know. But can we just read a little bit? Can we just chill on Phil a little bit? Because I mean, it's just getting bad where this guy literally can't say anything without people just completely acting stupid. Like you have this one, he's like, oh, don't mind him. He puts up a quote about Phil saying, I love it in competition with Sony, August 22nd, 2013. And then over here, I want to win this generation. Like, good for you for for posting these. I mean, this was 7 years ago almost. They weren't losing yet. Like, I don't. And here's the thing too. Like, I put up a tweet because Yoshida, and we're gonna get into this too. Should I do it now? I guess it's a transition, right? Let's do it. So, Yoshida, if you guys can see this, let me make sure it's like zoomed enough or something. Can you guys read that? I think you can read that. I'll make it a little bit bigger. Years ago, I don't know if it was years ago. I don't have it with me right now. I think if you go to like Smooth's Twitter, he might have a screenshot of it. But Phil said basically the same thing. He said the platform should be judged by the user count, not hardware sales. And here we have Yoshida saying the same thing on Valentine's Day. This tweet went up. So what I did, because I gotta call it out, I gotta call out the bad reading comprehension and all this other stuff. I basically said this. I said if Phil said this, and I believe he did, which he did, people go on a quote retweet spree and are upset. Just scrolling through my timeline, which I did for quite a while, by the way, and it was crickets. We know why, LOL. So I got a lot of like retweets and likes and stuff. The Xbox camp were very happy with me that day. I was like, listen, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm seeing the retweets by big like Xbox fans. I'm like, you're probably thinking I'm a big Xbox fan, but little do you know. And of course I got new followers and I'm like, damn, they'll be mad at me in a week or so. But anyways, I digress. You know, some people were being funny, you know, putting up gifts or whatever. But some people were legit like, their reasoning for being upset with Phil was basically that because Phil and Xbox don't release the numbers. They want to see the numbers of like consoles sold, Game Pass users, and all of that. And Xbox, we know, doesn't really do that anymore because, again, they're losing, so they don't do it anymore, which is, it makes sense, right? It's kind of shady. Of course, we do want to see numbers at times, but is it a make or break for me? I don't really care. It's whatever. We know they're losing. I know they're losing. I don't need to see the numbers to like confirm that. But a lot of people want that. They really want the numbers. They're like, Erica, I gotta have the numbers or else I'm gonna give Phil the business. Like that's really like the thought process. And I would ask them, like this person right here. Well, no, not them. There's someone else. I actually had to block a person, so maybe it's them. I think it was them, and I don't feel like showing them. But they were just pretty much saying that, like, oh, I got to see the numbers. And I asked them, I said, well, okay, you want to see the numbers of them losing? So let's say you see the numbers, then you will believe Phil that he and his intentions are to go up against Amazon or not that, but the user base, to have the user base as the most important thing. Then you will be on Phil's side and believe him. I don't understand that. If we know they're losing, isn't that enough to kind of say, common sense means that they're going to go after what is going to make them money, and they're going to talk about, they're going to do the PR talk of what keeps them relevant, what keeps them showing success, right? Because they're going to say, listen, we're not selling as much consoles as Sony, but we are up in Xbox Live users. So I'm going to talk about that. Isn't that common sense to think that Phil would go that way of like gassing up what is successful? See, that's what I don't understand. Like people, it's like their brain doesn't think that way, I guess. They just think, well, they're not showing the numbers. They're liars. About what? They're losing. Like, they're losing, right? What are they lying about? Like, I don't know. It's weird to me. Let me catch up on the chat because I seen some people saying I'm like, saying let me vent or what? You said, wait, what? I'm reading too much into it. No, you guys aren't reading into it enough. This is the thing. Like, I'm using common sense. It's like obvious things. And I see people upset and going on about Phil this, Phil that. He's flip-flopping this, he's flip-flopping that. But all he's really telling you is the truth. Like, it's right there in front of you. That's for, I mean, if that's me reading into it too much, then I'm sorry I'm so smart. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know. Entitled says Don Matrick is terrible. That was a joke. I thought I said that. I don't know. But what's up, Entitled? Unforgiven, what's up? Ryan, what's up? It's the trolls, man. I ain't even gonna read that one. Alton, what's good? Hustle already said hi to you. What's up, Hustle? Always. Burro, of course, you were here. What's up, Burro? The newest member of the PC Master Race. Everybody welcome Burro. What's up, BGL? I was going on a mad tear right there. I need some water. Hold up. Random guy says if Xbox cared about marketing, they would have fired that dude already. You talking about Phil? Or who? Entitled asked, what does it mean to lose? I don't mean it in like the traditional, like they're failing. I don't mean it like that. It's just when I say lose, I mean they're not beating Nintendo and Sony. That's how I'm saying it. So when I say Xbox is losing, it's because they're in third place. That's what I mean. From what I know and from what I understood, the Xbox One made them money. I mean, well, let me not say that because I don't know that for a fact. I think it sold okay by like traditional standards. It's just that Sony and the PS4 did insane numbers, and now the Switch is kind of on the same path. So it makes Xbox look bad. It makes it look worse. So when I say it's losing, I don't mean, that it's failing. I don't mean that. I don't mean that it's done the worst ever, or something like that. It's just third place. So that's what I mean. What's up, Bob? And Meds, party up. Spencer, what's going on? But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's a pet peeve of mine, or maybe it's just something that it's like, I know people are going to act like this. It's not like I can control it. I know that. It's just that I see a lot of these responses, and sometimes I want to tweet to them, but I don't have the time or the patience. And I just think, you know what? I should go live. Like, I should talk about this because Uncle Phil deserves better. I just took a look at my little title right there. I forgot I typed that. He deserves better, right? He ain't perfect. He's definitely made mistakes. The Xbox brand, I have my issues with it at times, and I've made videos about it. You guys, I mean, if you follow me, you've probably saw them. I have a video that's entitled "Let's Talk About Xbox." Now, if you want to go watch that later, you can watch it. I'm actually gonna play a clip of it in a bit to show you guys that this writing on the wall has been there for years, and I stated that in this video. So I'll play that in a little bit, but me and Xbox, it's been kind of rocky. Like it's definitely have been, and I've given the business to Phil when I felt like he deserved it, but that was because games were being canceled, Scalebound, for example, stuff like that. Him prioritizing games like Voodoo Vince and all that. I was like, what the hell is this, Phil? Like, of course I had criticism, but when he's stating something that's like, duh, to me, it's like, why am I going to run with that and act surprised? Why am I going to run with that and act like I didn't read it? Or or grasp at any little thing to hate Phil. It's like there's plenty already there, you guys. Like, look, I'm gonna tell you guys like this. If you're an Xbox hater, you don't need to do all this extra stuff. Like, you really don't. There's already fails there to pick at. The game's being canceled, Gears being all trash right now, Halo being in the balance, you don't know what it's gonna be, and all these other games that maybe you don't like. Just, you got so much material. I don't know why you gotta like reach for something that's not even there when it comes to these quotes. Like, it's literally not it's not that crazy, like
Looking
to the
cool,
point where
Joker.
you should add it to the material. You have enough. You know what I mean? Alex, what's up? Papa Phil, be blessed. I'm out here just trying to give, give Phil the respect he deserves, man. Phil the GOAT. No, I mean, it's just crazy how there's so much material already there. It's like, man, really? I guess it's that dry. I don't know. Maybe it's that dry. I can't believe people got butthurt over the VR comments. Oh, that was another one too, where he wasn't going to focus on VR, right? Is that the one you're talking about? I don't know. Basically, anything Phil says, there's articles, there's people in the comments, there's people in the Twitter threads and everything, and they're upset. So you can count on that. He could say the sky is blue, and someone's gonna be upset. He's stating the obvious. He's saying, listen, Game Pass is the future. PC is the future. You just look at the Series X. It looks like a PC tower. Like it can't be any more clear. I don't get it. I don't get it because there's people out there who just don't comprehend it. It's like right in their face. It's on the wall. It's in red paint or green paint, whatever. It's right there. And they're just looking at it and looking at it. And then they stomp their foot. Like, oh, I can't believe they're not going up against Sony. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm so shocked. I'm so surprised. It's like, huh? It just doesn't make any sense. Racer says, personally, I don't trust any CEO or execs, or what any CEO or exec says. It's not like they're going to be truthful about it. I guess, that's an argument. I get where you're coming from. They could be lying, right? Because deep down, maybe he wants to beat Sony. Let's just put it that way. Deep down, maybe Phil wants to win. But if they can't win, is he going to say that? No. He's going to focus on what gets them the wins. So the PC stuff, the Game Pass stuff, Xbox Live, users, and all of that. And they're going to focus on how much money they make, how much money they're bringing in. I mean, that's what, at the end of the day, you would think that's what matters to them, right? So to me, I just see it as like, it is what it is. This is Xbox. This is what makes them money. And that's it. Like, I mean, yeah, it could suck as a gamer. But again, I think it's because I've already accepted this. So I'm past it. But it can suck as a gamer because if you are a console gamer, you're feeling left in the dust. Like, damn, this sucks. And I get it. But it's a grieving process. I think you have to get past the denial. You have to get past that and you have to accept it. I'm way past it already. I'm playing my games on PC. I've upgraded my PC. I'm going to play Ori on here. I'm going to play Gears Tactics. I played Gears 5 on here. I'm past it already. That's it. It's over, right? If I get the console in the future, then I get it. If I don't, I don't. It's just now I know for sure I don't need it anymore. At first, I was kind of doing the back and forth. I was pushing and pulling like, damn, I want to own a console because I was a console gamer, like first and foremost. So I was there with you guys, but I still understood that this is what is going to happen. It's going towards PC. And I'm going to play that clip of the video right now. And hopefully you guys can hear it. I have it set and everything. I'm prepared. I'm out of breath. What's up, Hannibal? What's going on? Let me play this clip. You're not going to see it, but you'll hear it, all right? So this is from my Let's Talk About Xbox video. This was on February 19th, almost to the day, but this was in 2017. All right, so listen to this. I get it, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. So that's just kind of where I feel like Microsoft is going. I also start to think that, okay, they're starting to transition onto PC. I feel like they want to compete with Steam and things like that. That's the vibe I get. And I totally understand why. Like, I get why they would do that. They're Microsoft, right? I mean, it makes sense. But at the so there, do you guys heard that, right? That was in 2017. And I'm not trying to sit here like, yeah, I called it. Like, I'm not trying to say that, because we all should have called it. We all should have known. Like, I felt like I was late saying that. I remember saying it and I felt kind of silly because it was like, it was so obvious. So, I mean, it played, right? You guys heard that? I think you did. I could see the little volume thing going. But yeah, I don't know. And that video, I was playing Neo. You couldn't hear it? Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to have to play it again. Hold on. That's crazy. You couldn't hear it. Let me play that again. All right, hold up. I'm going to have to play it through the freaking speaker. I don't know why it does that. All right, let me play that again. So it was just a big fat silence. You could hear it, Nev? Okay, they're just playing around. You guys are trolling me. I trust Nev and Hustle. Rest of you guys are a bunch of liars. No, but yeah, that's what I said in 2017. And like I said, I actually felt like silly. I felt silly saying that because it was just so kind of obvious. What's up, Smooth? Out here defending the GOAT, Phil Spencer. People out here reaching. What's up, Jez? But you have to go back and listen because I kind of like went through everything. I'm so out of breath right now, man. Going hard out here. I just saw I have 5 dislikes too. You hate to see it. Yeah, I've been live for like a half hour. That sounds about right. What's up, Smooth? But yeah, I was just talking about how these of course you got the clickbait, you got the GameSpot clickbait and all of that. They didn't even talk about Sony and the quotes. But I was mostly focused on what happened last week. I think it was like last week, right? Where, Phil was saying his biggest competition, they're now, it's now Amazon and Google because of the cloud. But of course, people didn't read and just assumed, oh, he doesn't mean, the console space, or he means the console space, but when he really didn't. And so people, of course, ran with it. And, and I say it multiple times, I have had my beefs with Phil, him canceling games, and I've been disappointed plenty of times this generation. I could say that till I'm blue in the face, but people will still be like, oh, you're damage controlling for Phil. And no, I'm just using common sense. I'm just being objective and looking at this like, look, he said this or he said that. It's so obvious where he is headed with Xbox. Whether we agree with it or not, I've accepted it. This is Xbox now. It's all about Game Pass. It's all about the services. It's about being on PC, on the Switch, everywhere, play everywhere. And that's it. But so when I see these quotes of like, oh, he's looking to Amazon, he's looking to Google as competition, I mean, it's just common sense. It's like, well, yeah. I mean, that's where they're going. Whether I like it or not, and I do say that in that video that I just played, that I don't like it, because this was in 2017. This was almost 3 years ago, exactly to the day. At that time, if you go listen to that video, Let's Talk About Xbox, I was not liking it. I was like, I don't like this. It gives me no reason to buy the console, etc., etc. But I understood. I got it. I saw what was happening. Like, listen, this is going to happen. They're going to be everywhere. And it's not so much about the console anymore. So I understood it. I didn't like it, but I understood it. Here we are 3 years later. I've already accepted it. It's been plenty of time for me to accept it. So I think some maybe are just not on that level yet. I guess we're treating this like a grieving process. It sounds silly. It sounds so silly. It's not that serious, but it's kind of like that where you're upset at first, you don't get it, you're you want it to be a certain way and it's not. You can't accept it. You're in denial. And then months go by, years go by, and then the more that Phil and Xbox are doing their thing, you have to accept it because there's no going back. There really isn't. I mean, it is what it is. The fact that they're still putting out a box, I mean, I think that's, I was going to say courageous. I think that's good because if you're a console gamer, obviously you're going to want that box. But I've accepted it. I've moved on. I'm playing these games on PC because a lot of different factors. That's a whole different conversation. But the games being there is definitely one of the factors. So it just makes sense. I said it in the video too. It makes sense. What are you guys saying? Mandy says, filthy Phil. What's up, BD? He says, hashtag impeach Phil. Yeah, it was a competition thing. Just the fact that, see, for me, I feel like Phil is being very straightforward. I don't think there's any reading between the lines. I mean, you can try, and that's what these outlets are doing, these media outlets. They're trying to force Sony in there and Nintendo and whatever. But I really don't think you have to. Like, you look at his quotes, and they're clear. They're crystal clear. Like, if you go through these articles, I mean, they're there, and you read it, and you just, if you look at it on the surface and you don't dig for anything, you don't reach for anything, he's telling you what's going on. The only part where I kind of read, I guess, between the lines is because I feel like he's saying some of these things and he's focusing on like what's making them so much money and all of that, of course, because he's a business, but it's because he ain't going to talk about those consoles no more. I mean, he will when they're out and all of that, but as far as sales and as far as how it's competing with Sony and all that, I mean, Sony is killing it. They've been killing it for so long already. It's like we all know Xbox isn't close to the sales of what the PS4 has been doing. And the Switch supposedly has already passed the Xbox One. So, of course, Phil, as a businessman, he's not going to sit there and focus on that. He's going to be like, hey, look, let's talk about the cloud. Let's talk about Game Pass. We're up in Game Pass users. That's how we're going to base our success. Of course he's going to be saying stuff like that, That's just what I wanted to say today. Smooth says his comments on VR. That was another thing too. I don't have that article pulled up though, but I do remember something about VR. Like they weren't focusing on VR or something. Addict, what's good? He says Phil said that in an interview that he wants his fans to know what is going on. No more lying to us. Did he actually say no more lying? That's kind of crazy. Or maybe I'll have to read that, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's to the point where, like I said, I just kind of accepted, like, this is how it is now, and I ain't mad anymore. I ain't mad about it no more. I never really was like that mad, but I used to be kind of disappointed, like, damn, I wish the Xbox One was better. I remember thinking that. I always wanted it to be better and not have these games canceled. And Scalebound really hurt. I was like, damn, I really wanted to play that game. And, I'm just repeating myself now, but that there were things that happened along the way this generation where I was just like not feeling it. And because my PC wasn't really updated yet, I wasn't really thinking that way of like, oh, I'll just play it on my PC. Now it's fully updated. It's like a nice PC now, which is pretty cool. And it's just like, I don't even think about it anymore. It's like, I know where I'm playing Ori. I know where I'm playing these games. So it just is what it is now. That's the real kid Smooth. I just checked. You were doubting that was Kit's move? Oh, because you said I took a poop on my PC today. Wow. I just saw that. You're crazy, Smooth. See, Smooth is like straight up console gamer. He ain't feeling this PC stuff. And that's cool, you know. As long as it keeps going with console and you have that option, then there's really nothing that I have to complain about. Now, if they I don't know, maybe that's in the future though. No more console. Who knows? Who knows? What's up, Willie? True says, Series X is useless and irrelevant to Erica. Damn, like that? I wasn't going to say it like that, but I mean, sheesh. You're trying to hit him hard. We're doomed if it's just cloud and PC. Yeah, I don't want to see consoles go away. I don't. I would have a lot to say if that happened. I definitely would. What's up, Eric? Because even though I have seen the quote unquote the light, right, Eric? The PC Master Race light of these frames per second and this G-Sync monitor, the field of view and all this, I'm like, damn, this is nice. I always knew it would be nice. I never really denied it, but when you're hands-on, it's like, it's pretty damn nice. But I still like consoles, and I'm not avoiding them. Like, if a game comes to console, obviously an exclusive or something, I'm going to play it there. I'm not going to sit there and complain the whole time about frames. It's like, I'll see them, but I'm not going to let that hinder my experience. I'm not going to dwell on it too much. At least I'm going to try not to. Like with Neo, for example, I haven't even thought about it. It's like, yeah, I'm playing it on PS4. That's it. I'm going to play it. So I don't know. I'm not at that point yet. I don't think I'll ever really get there because I still love consoles, and it's just whatever's suiting me at the time. Like if the Switch gets a game and I'm in the portable mood, then I'll be like high on the Switch and I'll just be playing it like crazy. If I want a PC game, then I PC game. It's kind of like whatever is suiting me at the time, I guess. Let me see. You want to play some games? Addict, you keep asking that. Is that like a joke or what's that from? I think you tweeted me that. Like it was a totally different topic too. I was like, sure? You want to play games? I don't know if that's like a quote or what. If someone has reservations about digital games, then console's probably the only way. Yeah, there's still people still not on that wave yet. I didn't think I ever would be. I really thought I would be physical for life, but no. I'm like a mix, I guess. He's trying to play games, that's all. I feel like there's like an inside joke there and I'm just not seeing it, or I'm not included or something. I don't know. Nintendo fans are begging. Yeah, I saw that. Another day and another time people are asking for Persona 5 on the Switch. I saw that. And I noticed too, when it comes to like Phil's comments, it comes from a lot from Nintendo fans. I feel like, of course you have Sony guys doing it too, but these Nintendo fans are, they're kind of bitter sometimes, I feel like. I don't know. Everybody has their bitter fans, but I feel like Nintendo sometimes, maybe because I follow a lot of them, maybe. I don't know. I see it more often. What up, Ricky? Anything else to talk about, you guys? Like anything I missed? I think I talked about everything I wanted to. Bayonetta and Vanquish coming out tomorrow. Vanquish is awesome. I finally played that. That game was really, really cool. Talk about Bleeding Edge. I don't have that much to say. I really don't. I played it for like 2 matches. I didn't do the tutorial, which I should have, but I was super tired. And it was right after the backlog. We had just went live and everything. So I was like, I don't feel like doing no tutorial. I got this. So who was it? It was me, Hustle, and Audible. Shout out to Audible and Hustle. And then Meds joined us later. But yeah, we really didn't play that long. And it's what you expect as far as like you got to play with a team. You got to work as a team. It might not be for me because I like to, if I see somebody in the distance and they're by themselves, right? I'm like, let me get this guy. I'm like that with all multiplayer, right? It's like, I want to get that guy. You go and he runs, right? He'll run away and then the whole team is there to just like gang up on you. So if like you have to be like in a group and go against the other group. And it's just like a chaotic melee frenzy. Like everybody's just trying to gang up on each other. And then you got to heal each other. Kind of like an Overwatch for lack of better comparison. But you have like your healer, you have your tank, your quicker, I don't know what other positions, but you have to just work together. And then the thing is, like, if the other team is healing each other and they're just going in on you, like that's really what happened. Like I was playing and I was trying to just kind of like get a 1v1 or something. It never really happens because the whole team, they heal each other and they just go in and they just tear you up. So it's like you have to really you have to be into that. Like you have to be into just, coming in like a wave and just tearing people up as a team. And that, I see the appeal, but I don't think that's really for me. I think I need a mix of like being able to go off on my own. I think that's why I like Gears so much, is because you're able to do that. Gears lately is trash, by the way. Let me just throw that out there. But as a whole, and even shooters, like other first-person shooters and stuff like that, just being able to do what I want and being able to flank on my own, go do my own thing, go get a 1v1 if I want, and just go in. But this game's not really like that. Bleeding Edge, from what I can tell, it's like you have to stay with your team the whole time, and it's like, I'm not really into that. So, but I know Meds likes it. You can't send super chats. I don't know why. I do have the button there. I appreciate you trying. But yeah. You know what? That kind of no, I got a super chat the other day during backlog. I was going to say we didn't get any that day, but we did. So I don't know. Maybe it's just you. That's a you problem. No room for hero shooters anymore. I think the wave is over. That's why Lawbreakers and Battleborn flopped. This game will flop too. Damn, I don't know. It could be over, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan. Like Overwatch was cool because I did feel like I could still go off on my own. If I can go off on my own when I want, then that's cool. I never thought I would be discussing that fact in a multiplayer. Because usually the multiplayers I play, I could always go off on my own if I want. I've never really played a game or a multiplayer like that where it's like, well, have I? I don't know if I have. I don't know. Where I like have to stay with the team or else I'm dead. I don't know if I've really played games like that. What's up, Truth? Why did it sound like I whistled right now? I heard a whistle when I said that. Truth? What do you think of Dreams? If that was a Nintendo game, it would be 97, 10 out of 10s everywhere, just saying. If it was a Nintendo game, it'd probably be better. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't buy it. I'm not into games like that. It seems cool. It's getting good scores. It's like at a 90 something, isn't it? I don't know. It seems like people are liking it. Truth. He says, thank you for the super chat. PC, GOAT, PlayStation Fire, Nintendo Fire, Xbox, poop. Thank you, Truth. We all needed that today. You can't really do that in most BR games. Oh, that's true. That's true. You do have to stay together, but you don't, I guess what I mean is like, you don't necessarily need your team to handle a 1v1. You get what I'm saying? Like, or to go to like sneak up on someone or attack somebody. Your team could come help you after the fact. I don't know. I guess I don't know if I'm saying it right. But I felt like in what's it called? Bleeding Edge. That was very difficult to do. Again, I only played like 2 matches though, 2 or 3. So I probably just need more time with it. But I felt like I couldn't really like make decisions on my own. You get what I'm saying? Like I couldn't be like, oh, there's this guy over here, let's go get him. Because he would run away and then his team would come because he said the same thing. Like, oh, they're coming for me. And then they help each other. And then, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. I feel like in Apex, I could at least shoot somebody and win the gunfight. And if I die and get down, then of course a teammate will help me or they will shoot and pick up the trash, I guess, clean it up. But no, I don't know. It's different. It could flop, but it's not because of the reasons they did. What do you think it'd be, Addict? Media bias? What's that? What you thinking? Is it because it's Game Pass? What's up, Portal? It says, Phil Spencer is delusional, thinking they will reach 7 billion players. Where'd you read that, Portal? Phil thinks 99% of the world population will get into gaming. See, I don't know where you guys are coming up with this stuff. I mean, maybe he said, like, where'd you get 99%? I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he said it, maybe he didn't. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are referring to. Dreams does not interest me. Okay, not properly supported, Addict says. Let me in this. I'm not even, well, I guess, I mean, I'd have to go to Discord. I ain't trying to be here too long, Addict. I ain't trying to be here too long. I was going to end this like right now. Hubby coming home pretty soon. I ain't trying to let him see me being a dork in here. Nah. But, so you just think it won't be supported by the players or the developers? Which one? The quote is in the same interview you're looking at right now. Okay, I see billions of players. How much did you say? 7 billion? Oh, because there's 7 oh, okay, right here. I don't want to be in a fight over format wars with those guys while Amazon and Google are focusing on how to get gaming to 7 billion people. Ultimately, that's the goal. Yeah, I guess, I mean, if you're taking it literally, yeah. You can, I guess, read between the lines here. But yeah, he said it. Because isn't that how many people are in the world? Maybe, or who have connections to like the internet, I guess. So they're probably just saying, well, we want to focus on getting those people into gaming. And it's happening on the phones. It's happening on like streaming, stuff like that. So I guess that's what he's meaning. But what about the 90? What's the 9? You guys said something about 99%. Was that in this article too? Oh, I guess because it's the 7 billion. All right, Spencer out here doing the math. Okay, Spencer. All right. Listen. You guys could be the math whizzes. I'm the English whiz. All right. I'm the English whiz. My reading comprehension is on point. You guys come in with the math. We'll make a good team. We got this. We got this. Look at Phil's face right here. Look at his face. That's my face right now. We got this. Burro. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm kind of like wrapping up though. Is Shanna in here? Oh, what's up, Shanna? Shanna. What's going on? I forget. Who was it? Somebody was like, oh, Shanna's in here. That was during the backlog. Like, oh, she ever been in here before? I don't know if you a big thing. You a big deal, Shanna? What's up? Should I have you on? Let's see. No, I used to think I was bad at math. I used to be one of those, but then I took some classes and I was like, damn, I'm actually good. You know what I'm better at is statistics. You give me some statistics and what it means, and if it's something that matters in the world, man, I'm for it. I like stuff like that. But the algebra stuff, yeah, I'm like, I don't know about that stuff. I ain't much of a fan. I'm trash at math as well as English is my forte. Yeah, English is where I'm at. I could be a tutor. I'm one of those where it's like I'm on Twitter and I see somebody saying the right then and then. Or what's the other words? There's so many words that people get wrong. Breath and breathe. Like, oh, I can't breath. Shout out to Shar. We both like pull our hair out of that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Are you good at calculus biased? I don't even know. I've never taken it. Never taken it. So the most I went through is like algebra, like a high algebra. And then I went through statistics, which I enjoyed way more. And I was a beast. I was a beast at statistics. Phil aged harder than Obama during... Kev, can you blame him, this poor guy, man? They ask him how's the weather and he says it's great. Man, he gets canceled. It's crazy. This poor man can't say anything. Every time there's a clickbait article, he gets one more gray hair. Let's just put it that way. One more gray hair for Phil. So you look at him and you know what happened. Autocorrect screws us over. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. But there's people, they definitely have repeat offenses. Every now and then, you have that autocorrect. I've done it. I know I have. I'll correct it after, but when you can tell when people, it's like a part of their lingo. Like they say it that way. They say it wrong. All intensive purposes. Yeah, but anyways, you guys, I think I'm done. I'm done. Did I forget anything? I got 8 dislikes. Who are these 8 people? Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. And then they'd be the same ones liking my videos when I'm like putting up Neo gameplay and stuff. You watch. You watch. I don't want to be lucky like that. Phil Spencer is a lucky guy. He gets paid millions. Hey, we got 1 more dislike, but then we got like 3 more likes. So if you guys can, hit the like button or the dislike button. I don't care. Look at Buro. Look, another one went. You guys are funny. Either way, it helps the channel, all right? Appreciate you guys listening. I don't, it could just be the title, because I got the title, Uncle Phil's Quotes Got People Playing Dumb and Reaching for the Stars. It's not that mean, right? Playing dumb doesn't mean you are dumb, all right? Listen, let me end it with this. Being actually dumb is not the same as playing dumb. So if you are playing dumb, that means you are a smart person. You're just pretending that you're not. It's okay. We understand. There's a console war out here. It gets crazy. You need all the armor you can have. I get it. All right? I get it. But Phil is not where it's at. It's not his fault. Actually, it is. But his comments, his quotes are telling you what's happening. Just look at his quotes. And look at the fact that they're quote unquote losing, and just kind of put 2 and 2 together. I know we're talking about math and stuff. 2 plus 2, right? We can do it. We can do it, you guys. 2 plus 2 is 4. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. I'm mostly like teasing. But this is, I don't know. It's still going to happen. I ain't trying to stop it because I know it's pointless. People are still going to do this. It is what it is. But I'm just saying, it's pretty obvious what's happening. I see it. And hopefully this video kind of, express that and kind of give you guys more to think about with all this stuff. All right. Ravenflow says Phil Spencer is passive aggressive. Dave, yeah, I've been live. I've been live for like an hour. I'm about to end. I figured you were just like working. 2 plus 2 is 4. Damn, I wish I knew that sooner. There's actually a song by Radiohead called 2 plus 2 is 5. It's a good song. I'm not, go listen to it. Read your comment. What comment? All right. Let me read it in my head first. Okay, what Erica is really saying is, if it don't apply, let it fly. If you offended, then you dumb as F. If the shoe fit, no, I ain't even really saying that. I mean, yeah, of course, that's implied. If the shoe fits, it fits. This ain't to everyone, of course, but I don't know. I just think people, they'll go that far. They'll actually play dumb. Like they'll just run with headlines. They'll read between lines that ain't there. They'll reach for things when it's literally like a obvious, straightforward quote. And even if they're lying or whatever, let's just say they are because they're big execs and they're saying things because they want to get your money, right? But what I'm saying is they're saying those things and they're saying the PR things and or not saying things because it helps their brand or it's like what they're trying to focus on so that way you don't notice that they are losing in another area. I mean, it's just like common sense. So I feel like when people are like really confused or they act surprised, like, oh, Microsoft doesn't see Sony as competition? Outrage, I'm upset, I'm surprised, I'm mad. It's like, well, I don't know why you're mad because it's just there. I mean, it's been there. It's been right in front of us all these years already. That was basically what I was talking about, Dave, like throughout this. I was going through different articles, tweets and stuff, just people, mad and all of that. See, just people really focus like, well, Phil needs to show the numbers. It's like, well, why? I mean, here's PlayStations, all right? So you're going to have the Xbox here, right? Instead of 106, it's going to be like, what, 40? Okay, cool. So if you see that 40 million, then what? So now you'll believe that he's not trying to talk about consoles? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, we know this number is going to be lower for Xbox. So you get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, does that still make what he said untrue? I don't know. It's weird. I had some coffee. I actually didn't have any coffee today. I've been trying to get off coffee a little bit. I've been trying to get on that green tea, and I haven't even had that. I've just had water. So I'm actually like in, the ironic thing about quitting coffee is you actually get more energy. Because coffee makes me crash a little bit. So like I have a time frame. If I have a cup of coffee, I have a good hour to be like uppity. And I'm just like, let's go. And then after that hour or so, okay, I'm ready for a nap. And when I get off coffee, it's like I stay uppity a little longer. It's best, I think, for me. But I really do like coffee. I like it. It's not for every day, I guess. Party up. I always love your profile picture. The Contra picture. I love that thing. What else? Portal. You still think the Series X is DOA? And it's going to close down shop in a year? This man Portal, I tell you. Are you going to watch Sony the movie? Oh, Sonic. I kind of want to see it. I don't know if I'll go to the theater, though. Probably just wait for it to, I don't know, come on Netflix or something. Microsoft wants to get bold when competing with PlayStation from GameSpot tweet was so bad. Yeah, GameSpot, they pulled the whatchamacallit, clickbait. But that's not even what I'm upset at or anything. I'm not even upset to begin with, but I wasn't really like going in on this because this is expected. They need clicks, and they got nothing else to talk about. But yeah, it's totally a clickbait title. Yeah. And then I asked the question too, like, why not say Nintendo? Why PlayStation? Because they don't mention either one, but it's like, because they know PlayStation versus Xbox is the debate. That's the war. Nintendo is kind of, they're in there, but they're not in there. So they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Jim Carrey has some good parts. I love Jim Carrey, so that's the main reason I would see Sonic. It was great fun. We need to talk about Mexican. What do you mean? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Nintendo has been avoiding direct conversation about Sony for years. What about Gears? Oh, there are people on the Gears forum questioning if there will be a Gears of War 6. Oh, because why? Because Rod left? I never talked about that on my channel. I was going to, but then I didn't have much to say. I still don't. All I know is I played Gears after they tweaked the Gnasher again, which happened like a week ago. It feels like trash. It feels like trash. They had it so nice. I felt like the Gnasher was nice, the patch before. And then what do? Change it all over again. And so now the range on it is shorter. They want you to have more like close up battles, I guess. So they want your shots to like not kill them right away. And it's just, I don't know. I think people just complained so much they changed it again. Because when the Gnasher was good, I actually took a look at the forums, and there were so many people crying. So many people crying about the Gnasher. They were upset because they were losing, basically. One guy, I remember, he was mad because he kept getting matched up with full parties. It's like, dude, you're playing ranked. How do you expect people not to be in full parties, full teams? I bet you it was one of the teams we bodied. Right, Eric? I was picturing, like, when I was reading that, I was like, this is probably some guy that we, like, bodied. I'm telling you. I bet you Eric just destroyed this guy. I was totally thinking that. I was like, what if we played this guy? Because we always have a full squad most of the time. I was like, oh, I bet you. There's only so many people playing, right? I'm like, we might have met up with this guy. Like, who knows? I bet you Eric and me just like double teamed him. Right? I bet you me and Eric double teamed him, took him out. He spawned. Hustle killed him right immediately. Oh, it's too funny, man. But yeah, they were complaining. Like, it was bad. And I was like, really? These people are just not liking the Gnasher? And then maybe like 4 or 5 days later, I saw that they updated it. And I was like, damn it. And then sure enough, we play, and it was bad. The servers were terrible. So of course that has a lot to do with it. But yeah, it was so bad. I wasn't even having fun anymore. I was like, damn, this sucks. Because I was having such a good time. Like, we were unstoppable. We were unstoppable for like a good month, I want to say, right? It was about a month, maybe more. I don't know, maybe my time frame's off. But we were just like destroying these teams and having fun. It was like really fun. And even when we lost, I mean, it was still fun, and it felt like the Gnasher felt good. And yeah, now it's like, anyways, hope you guys have a great day. What's today? Monday? I might stream Sekiro later on Twitch, so if you guys want to catch me on that, I might. I don't want to make promises. I need to rest my voice right now, but I appreciate you guys coming out. If you're here late, just go back and listen. Shout out to the dislikes. As soon as I said it, I think I got like like 5 more dislikes or something. So I appreciate you guys. Eric says Halo would never. Oh man, we out. Eric, you know what? I'm gonna unmod you real quick. Hold up. That reminds me. Let me unmod Eric. Nah, but you guys, thank you so much. Let me know what you think if you're watching this later. Comment below. And again, if you guys missed the backlog, go watch it. We had a good time. Appreciate you guys. Bye, Eric. Bye, Nev, Raven, Night, Shanna. She said, I played Gears 5 for the first time this weekend, not feeling it. Oh, you came at the worst time. See, if you would have been on my team like a month ago, we would have killed it. Burro, bye Burro. Elite, Nate, or Nate, yeah, Nate, NL, Meds, bye Meds. Love to see Erica and Smooth in Dragon Ball Z or Street Fighter. We don't even play those games. You'd be seeing 2 noobs playing. So, yeah. Don't talk to Hustle like the truth. You want to... Okay, we timing you out. Time out, Truth. Oh, it didn't work. What? Hold on. Oh, there it goes. Time out, Truth. You don't talk to Hustle like that, all right? Stop it. All right, you guys, we're out. I'm out. We're out. Who am I with? Me and my cat, we're out. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.